Hey guys, today's video is one I'm super excited about, and the reason why is because if you've watched very many of these videos, or you know me in real life, or you are my dear husband who's married to me, you will know that I am extremely to-do list oriented, goal oriented. I write everything down when I try to process, and I love deadlines. And so all of that plus a whole bunch more is included in today's topic, and so I'm really excited about that. So today I want to talk about something that I started recently, and so I can't vouch on it 100%, but so far I've experienced a great amount of success. I'm very excited about it. It's given me something to wake up and aim towards every day, and it's what successful people say to do. And that is what I call my success journal. So I kind of made up this idea after listening to quite a bit of Jordan Petersen. I love Jordan Petersen's stuff, as well as reading The Compound Effect, which is by far my favorite development book. Jordan Petersen and The Compound Effect talk about the huge importance of coming up with your lifelong whys. Why is it that you want to accomplish these things? And when you come up with your whys, you realize if you actually do want to accomplish those things. And really having a lifelong goal, not a 50-year goal of when I'm 50, I want the White House and the career and a certain number of kids, but really a goal that at the end of your life you look back on and you're glad for how you lived your life and you feel like it wasn't a waste. And coming up with those type of whys and those type of goals right now. And so you have something very specific to aim your life towards. And then in The Compound Effect, I think it's chapter 2 or chapter 3, Darren talks a ton about the importance of knowing your whys. And so I started out this journal with writing down the whys. What do I want to have been true by the time I'm 80? So I want to share some of those so you kind of get a feeling of what I'm talking about, because I think at first it's very intimidating thinking about what it is that you want to succeed at by 80. It's like, I don't know. I mean, is the world even going to exist by then? So the first why for me, as a Christian who genuinely wants to know the Lord, my biggest why in life that I feel like if I did not accomplish, my life was a fail, was to truly know God in an intimate way and to have a close relationship with Him. If I'm 85 and I look back at my life and I don't have stories of answered prayer, I don't have very clear stories of the ways that the Lord provided or experiences that I've had with Him, if I don't have solid answers for the type of doubt that I've experienced personally in my life about God, if I'm terrified to stand in front of Him on Judgment Day, unsure who this God is that's going to judge me, then my life has failed. I don't care what other ways I've succeeded in. My life has failed. So that is my biggest why. My next biggest why is my marriage and the type of wife I want to be. Did I love Danny with my entire heart? Did I put all of my energy possible into being a good wife, into loving him well? The next one is my kids and the type of mother that I want to be. I wrote out a very clear vision of the type of mom I want to be, the type of things I really want to prioritize with my kids. And so I know where to aim. I know that I need to be studying answers. I want to be a mom that has good, solid answers for this is why we do or don't do this. There are solid answers why. It's not just because I said so, those type of things. And then also after that, this was really fun. I wrote down kind of more preferences and dreams. So these things were like the type of lifestyle I would love to live, the type of business I would love to eventually run. And so I have all that written down too. And I feel like that might fluctuate a bit more with time, but they're really hardcore passions that I have right now in my heart that right now feel very important to me. So that's the first section of the journal. The next section of the journal though is kind of daily or every other day, going through, looking at those whys and strategizing, writing down, okay, this is how I can succeed in those areas today. So for an example, okay, I want a closer relationship with God. What am I doing today to accomplish that? And if I'm not doing anything to improve it today, what makes me think between now and when I'm 80, my relationship with God will have grown a ton? Or, you know, marriage. If I'm just getting more grouchy and more impatient and more frustrated with my husband and more ungrateful for the wonderful man that he is now, what makes me think when I'm 80, all of a sudden my attitude will be beautiful and I'll have been this amazing wife through all of marriage? And then strategizing every morning or every other morning about, I will wake up and I'll write in this now. And I'll kind of write, okay, this month I decided in July If I want my relationship with God to really improve, I have to get up early. I know sleep is important. I know it's nice to be able to get those extra minutes of sleep, but it's not worth it for me because I don't have a good Bible time when I'm up with my kids. It's the reality. So that's been one of my goals this month, and I've accomplished it every day thanks to this journal and documenting it. This is how it's going this week. These are my wins. These are my fails. And so basically this journal has turned into really clear documentation of this is how I'm doing, this is how I'm succeeding, these are the areas that I'm failing in, new strategies, okay, how can I spend more time with God? I have to get up earlier. There's my strategy. That's what I'm going to implement this month. Strategies with my marriage, strategies with the type of mom I want to be, documenting my wins at the end of the week. This has been really encouraging because I sometimes have so many ideas and so many like long-term things I would love to do bouncing around in my head that I feel like unless I accomplish them all in a week that I failed. And so here I can look and see, okay, actually this week was really successful. I developed a really good morning routine with the girls, something I've been wanting to do for a long time, you know, getting into the habit of reading Bible with them every day, doing their memory verses every day, doing school with Carrie. I did school with Carrie 4 days this week. You know, I had her do her chore chart 4 days. This was a good week. I improved in some motherhood areas that I've been needing to improve in. And having all that documented has been so helpful. The last thing I want to say, because I thought this was really helpful as well, is that one of my brothers was sharing with me that I guess there's a lot of evidence that most people cannot succeed at more than 3 big goals at a time. And I have found this to be so true with myself. I find if I start adding on maybe more than 4 things I'm really trying to do well at, maybe it's, right now, it's God, like family relationships, my marriage and my kids, working on building the house with my husband and trying to keep things running and flowing here well, and then also kind of juggling the garden and then kind of juggling this YouTube channel. So I guess I have more than that, but most of them are kind of smaller though, so I kind of lump them together. But I try and add on another thing after that, and I cannot keep the plate spinning. I cannot do it. I just start feeling at all of them. So I think it's encouraging to know that, okay, at this point in my life, I can really focus on my relationship with God. I can focus on being a good mom. I can focus on helping my husband, being a good wife, working on the house, you know, trying to keep things running well here. I can continue to kind of do this YouTube thing, and that's enough for now. And I don't need to feel guilty because I have some really exciting things I really want to do that I just realistically can't do right now. And that's okay, because there will be a season when maybe things aren't so hard and I'm not doing so many other things, and I can dive more into those. Having that documentation of, I did succeed in ways this week. This is my little daughter. I did start some things I've been needing to do. I did stay on top of my habits. It's super encouraging. So I encourage you guys, if you guys sometimes feel like you're a boat tossed by the sea, to start something like this, because it's a real anchor and it's been a real kind of northern star for me and giving me a clear direction I can work towards every day. And as a busy mom, it's nice to have that because it's so easy to just kind of start to live in like this passive way of just letting everything control you and not controlling your environment. So anyway, all that to say, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you guys pretty soon in another video. So bye.